Hi there, good day, and welcome home to Blenholme for episode 36 of our Cities Skylines build. Today we're gonna try and finish this part of Direwold. So let's start with zoning a little. We do not have that much demand, but we can always do just a bit, right? Let's not forget to factor in some pathways as well. Yeah, I think that'll do. So let's pull them, and with them I mean those pathways through here. Like this should be quite fine. And there's a decent fog coming up. And I don't want that. Plus I don't want our daytime to be moving at all. So let's take a bit a later time. Let's just delete our fog. And now let's build ourselves a solar power plant. I want one over here because, well, we need power, and I think a solar power plant over here would work just fine. And it would totally get rid of our energy problems for the near future. So let's check our topography and use the right tool to get this nice and flat over here. And then we're gonna use ourselves a bit of a parking lot road. And I think I'll use the drive for now. And we're gonna extend it for, let's say, 15 tiles in that direction. And then we're gonna take ourselves this nice power plant and find out it doesn't fit. So we're gonna move back a little. Maybe let's just use this one. And take 15 tiles. 15 was a little too much, it seems. And I think we're way too shallow now as well. So this should do. No. I think this will do. And this will be fine as well. Let's just connect it in and turn it into border roads while we're at it. And then place our power plant. It won't center, but that doesn't matter to me. I hope it doesn't bother you either. And this will supply our city with quite a bit of power. So now we have enough availability for quite a while. And I wanted it to have parking lot out front, so let's get that sorted out as well. And let's just go for the big ones. And of course that one was placed slightly wrong. Still, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. It will snap to the top, it won't snap to the bottom. We'll decorate this out anyway, so why would I care? Maybe this isn't a border road? Thought it was. Yeah, okay, let's try our clipping remover. And that looks way better. Maybe some curbs to give it a more finished feel. No snapping, please. And just a bit of curb alongside the parking lot over here. And I think we'll just draw that out over here. And it won't let me do that pretty, so this is good enough. And I actually think it is good enough as well. It's not just that I have to be satisfied with it, so the game takes it. A bit of brush spam around here will be quite sufficient. And back to zoning. Now I think in Brawl there's a small patch I still needed to zone up with one by ones. Yep, right over here. So let's get those three spawning in as well. And I might want two over here as well. Why not? Maybe get a bit of a tarmac path along here with no snapping. And let's see if we can curve it behind the little asset over there. It seems we can. Then past the square over here, up towards there, and now it also connects up our little door over here. And I'll turn off anarchy now. Yeah, that's better. That's better. So now let's go back to Direwold. While the fog seems to be coming right back with vengeance. I didn't intend it to, but I guess that's what you get. And I think I want to do a bit of live pathway drawing. Just to prevent myself from zoning up every pathway space that I need for my citizens. We'll of course do something about the park at the edge of town or at the edge of the neighborhood a bit later, but that will come as well. And I think I'll just copy those pathways for over here. Maybe let's skip this one. And that takes care of it, right? So not everything spawned in yet. Maybe let's give ourselves the 2x2 houses and go do something else again for a bit. I do think the King Winkentor Reserve is calling my name. It wants even more trees. It feels a bit barren. And I understand. So maybe some generic pine trees, just splashing them throughout the area, so we have a little bit more tree density around here. And splash splash. It's gonna be a good season for these trees. They're gonna grow all throughout the area. And they'll make sure people don't really feel that close to the road and to other pathways while they're walking around here. Because let's be fair, you can still see the road through here. It's not really that dense a forest, but people are making do in great numbers. We've got to commend them for that, right? The people of this city are pretty nature loving. Yeah, I do think this kind of takes care of a lot of our urgent business. Maybe a few of these as well. Not as many, since they're somewhat larger. A bit more dominant. But they help as well. They help with the more comfort-like vibes over here. And it seems we're back up on demand. I guess that'll do for now. So let's clean up this pathway a little bit. It dips down and stuff, and that's not really how I want it. And I also wanted a dog park in here, so let's get that one in first. Maybe remove this part of the pathway as well. Let's just take angle snapping and curve it past the road over here, past the street. And then we're going to our lowest elevation step. And we're gonna keep it slightly elevated over here. And then come back down over here into this pathway. As a nice boardwalk, slightly elevated above the highway, or not really above it but beside it, and a bit of a smoother walking. So do we just want to forest brush the park over here? Let's give ourselves a bit of a sample how it will look. Yeah, I think we can do that. We're not gonna brush in here. So let's just drag this through here and all over this area as well. Not inside the roundabout, although we are going to have to decorate that one up pretty soon as well. And let's recheck how this looks. Yeah, It does look quite sensible. It shelters the people from the view of the highway a little and of the sounds a little more. Maybe we can get away with one more shop over here. Let's first make sure our terrain is prepared for it. Prepared to accommodate our new store. Well, let's just put a 3x2 over here. And then smoothen out some of this. Maybe put some rocks over here as well. A few smudges of brush in between to give it some extra green. And that successfully hides the ugly dirt texture. I hope something spawns in here quite soon, because I need to make it historical before it levels up. So I should not have to get to forget. Let's just instantly make it historical and worry about how it looks later. While this takes its time to spawn in, let's go do some gardening. I swear there was nothing burning down over there. Which means, yeah, I probably should name that neighborhood Hell instead of Gata, since it's usually in the process of burning down. Poor people over there can't have any peace and quiet. At least over here in Direwold things are looking quite a bit better. So while people move in here, we can start forming out a bit of terraces for the area over here. I think we can do something nice with this bit of land when we build a neighborhood on it, but it is quite the slope, so we're gonna need to terraform out some flat surfaces to build on our neighborhood later on. And first we're gonna use the height of this road, I think. guess that'll be quite nice for us. And we're just gonna follow the contours of the land over here. I'm just cutting away the soil over this height and not adding soil below it. Although we might in the future. Depends on how our neighborhood turns out. And I think this is about where we'll end it. Yeah, that seems quite reasonable. Now I'll just draw it out a little bit further and change up our power lines while I'm over here. I'll just draw them past that alongside the highway for now. So our terrain can adjust accordingly. And we don't need this entire line anymore. So this is the plateau we're working with for our first height. And I think we'll want to use this height to go a little bit that ways for our next plateau. I think it'll connect in with the other road this time. Yep, and this height line ends over there. So now we at least have a bit of a base of what we're working with. I probably want to have a halfway station around over here for our cable car. That'll be nice over here, I think. But for that we'll have to extend our plateau a little bit further. So let's do that while we're here. And let's hope our cable car can still climb that slope, because it is quite a steepness. But only the future will tell. So let's see what spawned in over here. Quite a bit already. It's slowly coming together, right? Very slowly. And now we've got things looking better and we have a bit of our demand back. I think it's time to go back to Direwold over here and start zoning again. Maybe we won't be able to finish the neighborhood today, but at least we gave it a decent try. But our demand will not let us. It doesn't come back soon enough after I do big swaths of zoning. So that doesn't really help. But we'll get there next episode then. I mean, it's not that like it's a really big part of the neighborhood that we won't get done today. But it's starting to look like something already. Especially considering 3 episodes ago it was all empty. And we're slowly climbing back up to a decent population number as well, so that's nice. Maybe I should decorate up this little corner over here as well. Looks a bit barren like this. Don't think that that's what I want with it. So let's get it a little bit more beautiful. But it's still not gonna be anything really special, like most of the logging neighborhood. At least the pathway is getting used. Yeah, this is quite fine. Alright, so now we have most of the zoning work done, and I think we should do something more about this area over here. So let's see how a small park would fit in here. Well, it would. Let's get it in over here. That will be pretty nice, I think. And we can fit in another 4x3 commercial asset over here. And then extend our pathways from the park asset to give it a bit more visual importance. Let's see, do we want something behind our post office? Yeah, I think we do. Let's also get one to the zebra crossing over here. Maybe a bit more windy, like this. And also to this corner. And maybe one to the street over here. And let's finish it with one over here. We'll add some more trees later on. Yeah, sure, this is quite nice. Maybe one more over here. Too deep. And the rest will be quite parky. This feels kind of barren as well. Let's see, what district is it in? None for now. So we can, you know, draw it into this district. The Wincontor Wood one. And we can add some more industrial assets over here. Let's see what spawns in if I do a 3x2 or 2x3 over here. We'll probably have to come back to that later. Checking up on this one, it's quite fine. So now let's get some more trees in here, because why not? We're here anyways right now, right? Well, the burnt ground does give us a bit of a hard time, of course, but we'll manage, Most of the park hasn't burned down anyway, so this is just fine to me. We can place in enough nice trees over here, it seems. And that will give our logging area some more importance to it. Please, yeah. That one tree needed to be added as well. And let's not go all the way to the road with these tree lines. And get this tree a bit more out and go for some conifers alongside this road. And let's not use propline tool for them. They don't have to be too rigidly placed. And it doesn't have to be that many of them either. Maybe let's get some of these points in here as well. And that will look a lot better already. A lot more coherent, at least. Yeah, this kind of thing is perfect. For me at least, so I'll place another 2x2. And I think that will do for this part of the area as well, so let's get some more trees behind to finish off the vibe. And I think we might want to, although no, we have a pathway connection up here and one down here. Nah, that's quite alright. Maybe we want a commercial asset on the corner here, over here. Just a 2x2. A little quiet corner commercial asset. Just giving the residents what they want. A place to buy their groceries. There goes a helicopter. So this is starting to come together. Although the homes are slowly spawning in. Figures, we barely have any demand left. So while things take their sweet time to spawn in, let's go spread rows upon rows of sugar maples throughout the unzoned parts of their neighborhood. And let's start on the other side of it, right? So we're just going through every row over here, row of houses over here, and we're just pulling through a shitload of, sorry for the language there, a boatload of sugar maples. Just to get the people of Direwold a bit more green in their neighborhood. I'm thinking those loggers will love some trees, and they will definitely love some shade in their backyards. And I'm being bothered with fog again, so let's get rid of that. Ah, that's better. That's workable again. So this way our loggers will be slightly happier. I don't think it will help them spawning in, but it will help me being happier about what I have built. So that's also fairly important, right? If you're not happy with what you're building, why are you building it at all? That's why I redid this neighborhood anyway. I mean, I was not happy with how Direwold was turning out earlier. It didn't look like the loggers neighborhood I wanted, and that was because I used the wrong zoning type. Just standard instead of a good old European suburbia neighborhood. I think this little part over here will do later. But you can already tell the difference, right? People are living here instead of just having their temporary residences for while they're working and getting out of town the soonest possibility they get. Is something burning around here? Not really, right? Where's that fog coming from? I thought I turned it to 0. Oh well. Then we'll just continue adding our trees in a close-up fashion. Because otherwise I won't be able to see a thing I'm doing in this fog. I hope you don't mind I'm not time-lapsing this. It would feel overly time-lapse congested on this episode otherwise. And I don't think you would like that, right? I mean, some time-lapses is quite alright. Only time-lapses is quite boring. Maybe I should wait for this to actually have spawned in before I draw in those trees, but I can't be bothered. Don't feel like waiting, feel like placing those nice little trees over here. And that'll help getting past the time that things take to spawn in. And it'll give us a good look close-up look of the city as well. See some people walking around, some cars parked. Although this neighborhood is still quite quiet. It'll probably remain a pretty tranquil environment anyway. Let's see if we can get some more zoning in. Seems we can. But I'll not overdo it. We don't have the demand after all. I think I'm gonna head off to Brawl for a bit of extra detailing. If I can find it in this fog. Well, I managed to find it. That's cool. And with extra detailing I actually meant adding some more zoned commercial. We've got to finish this neighborhood sometime as well, right? So how is our fairground doing? Yeah, it's not really getting that many visitors, I think, right? Let's see. Yeah, only 92 people decided to make their way through the front gate. And that's not really helping our visitor numbers. So I'm thinking of getting another side gate. And now I'm finding out they're this big. Well, that's really not gonna work. So we'll have to be really patient for unlocking our next assets. And I'm not even sure I want anything zoned in here. I do want this one zoned up though. And over here out back, let's go for a few normal park tiles. It'll provide us with a bit more finish. And maybe a few tables, a bin and the light. Yeah, this one. So we've got that looking better again. And it's still really foggy. Maybe we should try and change the time of day? Let's see if that works. So let's go for yeah, no, it will remain foggy. What are you gonna do, right? The fog doesn't let itself be burned away by the sun, apparently. So how's our spawning in doing? I think it's getting along nicely. Well, not really. It's not that great at all yet. We might want to do another bit of a detailing time lapse. And with that garden finished, I think I'm just gonna zone up the rest of Direwold and trust the game to give me that 1x1 zoning everywhere. And if it doesn't, I can always remove single houses, and then the game will probably have to spawn the new houses in again, but we'll see. Maybe it will just do whatever I want instead of whatever it wants. That would be great, wouldn't it? That this would be the last we have to zone in Direwold, and when we come back next week, we get to see the entire neighborhood finished and filled up. Yeah, that would be nice. But for now, let's enjoy ourselves a little sunset, and let's hope the fog pulls out during our time-lapse or recording. Thank you all for watching, and see you soon for the next episode of Blenholme.